This best ball draft and Daytona 500 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with promo code SGPN to score up to $1,000 in bonus cash. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet and use the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Hello, Sean.
Hello. What's happening?
Just sitting there enjoying the off season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for you, that season couldn't have ended soon enough. Well, I mean, I'm sure you're not happy. The Philadelphia Eagles, 2024 Super Bowl champs, go Birds, baby.
It wasn't a top result for me.
But we did.
It's good for the business, though.
It was. It would have been great for the business if Jahan Dotson would have got that first touchdown. So close, but still, we did. I mean, we did a good job on the props. We cleaned up my sack ladder for the Eagles. Devontae Smith, a bunch of receiving yards. That was fun.
Yeah. I mean, me posting the Dotson ticket. If it's a winner, I'm not sure as many people are seeing it and liking it.
So yes, it is a business write-off, right?
Content purposes only.
Yes, content purposes only.
And by the way, for the first time, this post has brought upon me what I could only imagine. I mean, I had one of those. I could only imagine what it's like to be a woman. If these dudes are sliding into these DMs to feel like they need to tell me how to live my life. Just based on the fact that I only bet $50 on a 90-1 first touchdown bet.
Yeah, it is weird. You didn't even it wasn't even like, oh man, all you just said was pain or it still hurts.
I said still hurts 48 hours later.
Yeah, which who couldn't agree? Who couldn't feel like, oh man, we were so close. We had the idea that he was going to end. And I didn't even bitch about Dotson first reception because he got 2 receptions early. Devontae got the first reception, but Dotson 22-1 to catch the first ball for the Eagles. That wasn't completely off either.
But the context of just the first touchdowns being a bet that we, maybe we enjoyed a little sooner than some of the others out there, and it was the ultimate bad beat, something that actually happened in the game and then gets taken away from you.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple layers as to why this is
it's an acceptable bad beat.
It's the type of sweat that in some ways it's hard to beat.
Yeah,
because you got to experience winning a massive bet
and then taking it away,
losing a massive bet.
Yeah, it'd be like you get blackjack and then the dealer flips over blackjack, but instead of being a push, they just still take your money. That's exactly what it is.
It's the feeling of getting 8s and then another 8 and then another 8 and then a 3 double down, 3 double down,
just building.
3 double down, 3 double down, and then the dealer has a 6 and then boom, 5, 10, 21.
Shout out to the chat. They're excited. Yeah, it's never too early to be talking football. We're going to talk a little NFL, do our first best ball draft, Ryan, of the off season, and we'll talk a little racing as well. Joining us on the line from the NASCAR Gambling Podcast, Mr. Cody Zeeb. Cody, what's happening, man? How was your Super Bowl?
Oh, Sean, I had a wonderful Super Bowl. Probably my personal best betting day. Actually, not probably. It definitely was. Then I go to bed Sunday night, wake up Monday morning to a nice little message from Mr. Kramer himself. I hit the square in the SGPN thing. And so, yeah, that really just topped off what was already a great evening for me.
Oh man, imagine you didn't win all the money on the Super Bowl and you're listening to Cody right now.
Yeah, you're like that motherfucker. Winning
Hey,
squares he didn't know he had.
I wrote article 59 bets for Super Bowl 59, and there was a lot of pretty good ones in there that cashed. I was giving stuff out all week on the NASCAR Gambling Podcast. We did a crossover episode. I gave out 5 props that were tied in, Super Bowl props and Daytona 500 props, all of them still alive. So it's on you if you didn't cash big.
Yeah, no. Last time we had, I like Cody. I can't take responsible for you losers.
Slide into my DMs,
you can take
motherfucker.
You can bring a horse to water. That's all you can do. And I was having fun because last time we had you on the show, Cody, we were talking about a little underdog action for Daytona or just NASCAR action in general. And I did put together an underdog entry where I have Jalen Hurts higher anytime touchdown in the Super Bowl with some NASCAR season long stuff. So that open ticket just gets to sit in my pending action.
But you're alive.
Yeah, but every
November.
time you see that, you're gonna remember the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts scoring a touchdown. It's the
I'm looking at
situation.
mine right now. It's great. Now I will say, in hindsight, I do wish I put a little bit more investment, knowing that it's going to last this long. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have done something irrational here.
Hey, of course, Cody, if you haven't heard, they're doing a nice giveaway for the Daytona 500. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Daytona. Get in over there. Again, it's free, like all the contests we do here. You can win $100 cold hard cash, Ryan. That's plus EV. If I ever, it's free. How could it be negative EV?
Play the infinite overlay sound effect, Sean.
And $100 SGPN gift card plus some random other bonus prizes. We got the race officials are terrorists sweatshirt kicking around. Gonna give that out. But Cody, before we hop into some best ball, what's a couple now? Obviously, everyone is going to check out the full episode NASCAR Gambling Podcast. But what are a couple teasers? Tease us with a couple plays here that maybe we'd like to get down for Daytona 500.
Yeah, absolutely. We did a mega episode for the Daytona 500, and we got a lot of bets in there. Had a lot of fun. Talk about that. So make sure you check that out for the full analysis and all my picks and Rod's picks. But just to highlight some fun ones. So AJ Allmendinger is this is a guy that it is yes, great name. He is the guy that I am most all about in this Daytona 500. And actually we're doing the NFL. We got our ladders we like to do, laddie daddy. That's all fun and cute.
Yes.
Over in NASCAR, we have the car lift.
Love it.
Riding the car lift with AJ Allmendinger, that's where you bet to finish in the top 10, which you can get a plus 250. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes,
get the car lift
love
going.
it. So top 10 plus 250, you can get his top 5 at plus 760. You can get his top 3 at 16-1, top finishing Chevrolet at 25-1, and him to win the race all at 60-1. Obviously, if he wins the race, you're going to cash the entire car lift or ladder, and that would be a hell of a day. But AJ Allmendinger, he's underrated. He's known as a road course racer. This is not anywhere close to a road course, but very sneakily good at this type of track. So you're getting pretty good numbers on him, and he really produces with the results.
I was catching a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Where does the NASCAR community stand on Dale Earnhart Jr.?
Before he answers, can I give a take? I want to give the take before I know if I should. I've listened to his podcast before.
Dirty Mo.
I think Dirty Mo is the company, but whatever his show is, his main show where they sit at that big awesome wood table. Like first of all, you want to talk about podcasts that have amazing tables. He's very new. He's got to be near the top. But so Sean, I actually listened to one of the episodes was because I found it, I think, when I was doing Jerry Glanville research, because he actually did a show where he disclosed a lot of information on that pod. But I've gone on to listen to some other stuff, especially when he's not talking to people from the racing world. It's not bad.
Yeah,
pretty solid show.
People like him as a podcast host, but like, is it cool to be a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, or you consider it a nerd?
Him, it can't be that cool.
There's I don't know that you really could find anybody that doesn't love Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's the most loved by everyone, and like single-handedly through his podcast and things now makes changes, like basically forces NASCAR's hand on things, and he is a racing god at this point, and everyone loves him. And yeah, he's a great interviewer too, and like he'll have football players on and baseball players, different people from outside of racing. It's definitely check his show out. He's really
you know what? That's gonna be one of my off-season shows this year. I'm gonna throw Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, get Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, no, I got a chance to interview him like years and years ago. He was cool and friendly, but I just talked to him for 10 minutes. And just kind of wondered where what
was the context behind you interviewing Dale Earnhardt?
I was working at MTV.com. They sent me to a race in Vegas, and it was like some mountain. It was some like,
I feel like I vaguely remember
Mountain
this.
Dew promo. So I asked him about like some Mountain Dew related questions, and then they let me hang out in pit row there. So it was an awesome experience, even as a guy who's not a diehard NASCAR fan. But he was really cool and friendly. I didn't, so maybe Gronk, but not, not like kind of a himbo. Gronk in that he's in the media bunch.
You think he's
and has a high approval rating.
Yeah, higher than Gronk, I would say, approval rating. But yeah, I think you would actually be pretty hard pressed to find. Nobody hates Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, he's like the perfect, like he's bridged the gap for everything. Like Dale Earnhardt Sr. had a lot of fans, had a lot of people who hated him. Then obviously, he was
kind of a little more of a bad boy, right?
Yeah. So Junior comes in, he's a bad boy. Then he leaves the team that is owned by his stepmother, goes to Hendrick, which is the team that Jeff Gordon raced for. Now they're teammates, brought the whole NASCAR world together, and we all sang Kumbaya.
It's the Prince of NASCAR.
Yeah, no, I thought he had good terms. I was just kind of curious. Hey,
he's no Jeff Gordon.
We're gonna hop into this draft. Before we do, of course, shout out to Edge Boost. Love the Edge Boost Visa debit card. Your card will not get denied for gambling transactions again. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to keep up Jake's image or his comment about "fuck your square, Cody." Jake's still a little upset that he got snaked on a number of squares,
he got rug pulled
including Ryan's daughter doing like a TikTok dance when she won 13K. But of course, Jake was sitting on that number until that Xavier Worthy garbage touchdown. But of course, edgeboost.bet. Use the promo code SGPN. Why would you want to use the promo code? Well, one, it helps SGPN out, helps us keep all our content free, and you get better cash rewards. You get that instant tier 2 status. I love cash back. You're already gambling. Why would you not be also getting cash back on your transactions? And you don't have to worry about ever having your card denied. FDIC insured. They got it all. Edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And I'll ask Cody real quick. Cody, I got a couple of Edge Boost reward dollars. What is a fun long shot that I should use my Edge Boost reward bucks on for Daytona 500?
John Hunter Nemechek to be the top finishing Toyota in the race at 25-1.
Love it. Need no explanation. Appreciate it. And of course, go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Underdog. Of course, they already have best ball drafts going. This is the time. If you know ball, and I think some of our listeners do. I know Cody's a ball knower. Of course, he's in like a million different leagues. Best ball's super fun. You just draft. You don't have to worry about it. And the draft we're about to do, the big board, $10 entry, $2 million in prizes. And there's some real value here, especially if you know some of these rookies. Maybe you already got some takes on where some free agents are going to end up. Really a fun way to get ahead of the market. And when you use our promo code SGPN, you get a deposit match up to $1,000. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, enough messing around. Let's get to draft.
Should we hop in a draft? Right,
yes, I have the big board $10 entry.
We're gonna share it so everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
We're doing the big board, right?
Yep.
$10, $250K to first, $2 million in prizes. You can max enter 150 times. Will you be max entering, Ryan?
This one probably not. That would be pretty savage.
Okay.
My plan is to have a healthy couple drafts a week.
All right.
It's a good activity.
Keeps you locked in.
It especially keeps you in tune with where players are going. Okay, so I'm gonna poke my head in first.
Great.
All right, click enter. All right, 11 people. Uh-oh.
Should we enter?
Yeah, 11 people.
Okay, I'm
10,
entering.
9.
I'm in. Waiting for 9 people. So if you're watching live, youtube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast, hop in. Cody,
I wonder how quickly these drafts.
Well, hopefully sooner rather than later. But Cody, let's talk Patriots offseason.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten your thoughts yet on Vrabel being hired. I assume seems like Pat's Nation pretty excited about the hire of Vrabel. They're talking themselves into, of course, Drake May making a jump in year 2. Give us your big picture thoughts on the Pats.
Yeah, I've already placed that Super Bowl future on the Patriots. That's probably maybe a little bit of a high expectation, but very excited. I was all aboard. They should have hired Mike Vrabel last year. I think that there was wording in the contract they had to hire Mayo. Okay, he'd had a year. Now we can give Vrabel in. Notice he didn't take any other jobs anywhere else. So I think that was sort of all set up, but right decision. Vrabel, I think, is a great coach. We saw what he did with the Titans year after year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was talked about a lot on this show, just kind of underrated. Didn't really give him a lot of respect, but they kept being their number 1 seed with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback in the AFC a couple of years ago. And then Drake May, I think he showed all the tools that you would want out of what we saw from him in a rookie season with a pretty bad team. And now, they're picking high in the draft and then also have the most cap space. So we can make a few of the right moves. I don't see any reason why they couldn't be, like a Washington this year or a Texans last year where they turned the ship around pretty quick.
Their division is specifically interesting because there's so much fragility with the Dolphins and Jets.
It's a nice way of saying the Dolphins and Jets.
suck. The Bills.
Well, that's so. All you're really looking at is like, does something happen? Can something happen to Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Well, and just the Bills, I took a lot of heat last time I was on here when I was like, oh, the Bills are about to lose. And people were saying, oh, we're going to remember this. I hope you remembered it because they lost like they always do. But I don't know. If I was a Bills fan, I don't know that I'd be happy with a lot of stuff that's going on over there. That team just feels like it's like about to just fall apart and crumble at any moment.
It does feel like they're not going to get it done with Sean McDermott. I know he's a good coach. And it's probably tough to get rid of them with the success they've had. But also, I just don't see Sean McDermott winning the Super Bowl with that Bills team. It's almost like they need someone else, not necessarily just for coaching acumen, but for like a mojo shift. There's something wrong, something a hair off there in Buffalo. And obviously the Chiefs have had Josh Allen and the Bills number. What do they do to get over the hump? It seems like they need a coaching change. I mean, you're not going to get rid of Josh Allen. What's the other big thing you can do to get over the hump?
Yeah,
you brought in Stephon Diggs. I don't, again, Stephon Diggs isn't a game changer.
Starting.
Now we'll see. Maybe do you think they go after T Higgins? Cody, where do you think T Higgins ends up?
Yeah, it almost seems like maybe he'll end up returning to Cincinnati.
Yeah. But I think he will. But yeah,
I think that's kind of where I lean. I'd be interested in, like a Cooper Kupp type of guy. Maybe if there's a little something left in the tank, you get like an Adam Thielen type of performance
Cooper
out
Kupp
of him.
Is such a New England Patriots receiver.
He is.
You could just see him. I mean,
a white possession receiver. I mean, come on, that's like
it's a baby fucking wheel, man.
That's all we've ever had.
Hey, bro, we got that Cooper Kupp. Look at him. Look at that guy go. He's great. What great hands on Cooper Kupp.
There is some smoke with Kupp being part of the Stafford thing that ends up in New York. Most of what I've read that I would trust, the Kupp thing is just people connecting dots that don't exist.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any actual.
Is New York like just a quarterback away? I guess I don't see that. It feels like
Well, what if you view Stafford as a bridge quarterback? Then he becomes the best bridge quarterback in the NFL.
What if the Lions traded for Matthew Stafford and sent Jared Goff to LA? Can you imagine? Like,
that would
so
be crazy.
But think about it. Like the Rams built everything up. They needed that quarterback to just put him over the hump. They got it, right? And Goff wasn't the guy. Well, now look where the Lions are and look where the Rams are. I mean, just saying, he returns home, brings the championship to the Lions.
Diabolical, Cody. I love it. Draft has started. Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley going to Cody Zeeb.
4 red shields. Heads up, everyone. 3 black shields.
I'm sitting at the 7th spot. Yeah, Ryan, you keep saying Stafford is a bridge quarterback. I think he's almost too good to be a bridge quarterback.
I know.
That's why I don't think he is a bridge quarterback.
I love it.
Yeah, he's like Minnesota maybe could use him. I mean, you got to go somewhere where you just start like somebody that's just a quarterback away and needs a Stafford type.
Jefferson,
let me start.
CeeDee Lamb, go.
You're up, Sean. While you're up, let me start working on this take. You guys are idiots. Kelly Stafford wants to be in the New York area. She wants to be in the New York media market.
But
we're all married. We get it, Ryan. I know where he's going.
Well, happy wife, happy life.
Well, not only that, he's done a Sleep Number commercial where the whole theme of the commercial is he wants his wife to be happy.
Wouldn't it be better for him to go to the Giants than the Jets? Like I feel. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's a hot take, but
no, Ryan wants him to go to the Giants. I think if he wants to win, the Jets roster is much better.
Man, I don't know. They're cursed. Like I don't know. I wouldn't want to touch.
All right, so we'll just start the draft with Malik Neighbors.
I took Puka Nacua, Brian Thomas. I'm on Russ St. Brown. Kramer takes Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins.
I mean, what are we even thinking about? I mean, the volume.
Brian Thomas is going to be Malik Neighbors will get a bunch of garbage PPR there.
Garbage.
Well, you guys aren't good. I mean, you're 200 to 1 to win the Super Bowl, right? Lad McConkey goes. Derrick Henry. Kramer, you're back on the clock.
I'm just gonna go rookie volume.
Brock Bowers. Yeah, I mean that's 2nd round pick, high 2nd round. It's crazy. Ashton Jeanty is his ADP.
People are getting excited, right?
Come on,
higher than CMC.
This is what happens every year, Sean.
No, to Cody's
the only
point,
people drafting now are dynasty people.
Is
they
higher
love
than Christian McCaffrey. That's insane. I mean, I don't know about Christian McCaffrey's health, but you can't take Ashton Jeanty over him.
No way.
Yeah, no, I've not done it. We were talking about this before the show, but I have not done a draft yet this year.
No, this is why it's fun.
Yeah.
Ashton Jeanty or Drake London. All right. I'm on the clock. Someone just took AJ Brown.
Rough.
Jonathan Taylor is there. Kind of intrigued by Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I'll go back to Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, wow. Old running backs, huh?
Is he old?
I think so.
No, he finished 2024 really strong. I'll run it back with Jonathan Taylor. He's not that old. What are you talking about?
Is Tyreek Hill falling this late feels like a mistake.
Well, also too, I mean, it seems like he could still end up at a
Tyreek Hill going after Ashton Jeanty seems.
Is there a way he could get to New England? I hate he's in division, obviously, so it'd probably be tricky, but
that'd be fun.
Yeah, it would. He doesn't strike me as a cold weather guy.
I think I gotta take Tyreek if he is still here when he gets to me. How do you not like this late? How do you not take Tyreek here?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's gonna produce no matter where he's at, no matter who's throwing to him.
It's funny how people make the same.
Right before me.
Oh wow, the red shields. Gotta keep.
That's all right. Terry McLaurin, I do really like. I think that's gonna be a continued connection there in Washington.
Yeah.
So you did. Tyreek Hill goes. Terry McLaurin goes to Cody there. Breece Hall off the board. Cody, who do you think is the Jets quarterback opening day?
Yeah, see, and that's I don't know. Like that's who wants to go there and take that job. I don't know. I just don't see it as that attractive of a job. So
you
free
get
agency
Wilson,
wise,
you get Breece Hall.
Sam Darnold. Fitting.
I think someone I heard mention Sam Darnold to the Raiders, and I don't know. Maybe it was just
Russell Wilson goes there though, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. But hear me out. Sam Darnold in a dome in the Chip Kelly offense, like that kind of seems like it might work for him. Throwing to Brock Bowers. Maybe they get Devontae Adams back. I don't know. It kind of made sense.
It's just Sam Darnold's never gonna take you where you need to go.
Oh yeah, Sam Darnold's a loser. I could just see him ending up at the Raiders. T. Higgins, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. Cody takes JSN.
Dude, I am so high on JSN this coming season. I actually considered taking him before McLaurin just to make sure that I got him. So I'm glad that he came back around to me. I was so high on him coming into the league 2 years ago. First year, obviously not great, but he began to bust out last year. I think that we're going to see the full emergence of JSN this year.
Yeah, I mean,
Josh Jacobs, Garrett Wilson off the board.
I mean, I guess that's one of the teams where I'll like. So it's Geno again, right? Are they drafted? Like, what's the quarterback?
I think it's just Geno. I don't
know.
I don't know what moves you
with
have
the new
there.
offensive coordinator. They fired Ryan Grubb.
I just took Xavier Worthy. I think year 2 for him in that Andy Reid offense. I think is
so. I don't know if you guys want to try this out and see if it works, but if you have access to Bet365. I would go bet Chase Briscoe to win the poll at 16-1 because he won the poll about 3 hours ago.
What?
So I don't know if they will honor that, but
it's a good way to get your account close. But I appreciate it. It's still worth the shot.
I didn't know any better. You can play stupid. All right. Well, I'm on the clock.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're almost up.
We're good. Take old regular.
Oh, Mike Evans. He's gonna get you another 1,000 yards.
Why not? Especially with Baker back.
I'm filtering the receivers, and it's like, well, yeah. I mean, he seems to take care of himself. It's hard to, especially in a best ball format. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some huge games.
Yeah. He'll miss a few, but in a best ball, it doesn't kill you. Mike Evans, yeah. What's up,
does
Cody?
Justin Fields end up somewhere as a starter? Does he get another chance?
He's probably a guy that's going to compete in camp.
He'll get a chance to compete.
It'll be interesting though, because he's one of those guys where there's a lot of what do the Jets do? There's only so many salvageable quarterbacks.
Right.
If the Rams do get rid of Stafford, which I'm still skeptical of, they got to start someone. Are they? Who's the?
That's
Georgia
a
kid
Darnold.
Who's a drunk guy?
Isn't Darnold in L.A. what you picture? And Sean McVay just.
I guess I'm just skeptical. I don't think they're getting rid of Stafford without bringing in someone that's really good. So I struggle to see why they would get rid of Matt Stafford. Jalen Hurts goes right in front of me. All right, that's annoying.
Oh, he's got the Brown Hurts stack too.
Yeah, he does. Let's see here. What do I want to take a quarterback? Probably too early. Oh yeah, I'll take Jameson Williams. Let's go. Detroit. He stays healthy. He's gonna rack up a ton. I got a bunch of speedsters: Jameson Williams, Xavier Worthy, Puka Nacua, Jonathan Taylor. Why is Burrow up here so high? It's ahead of. I like Burrow, but there's still a decent amount of running quarterbacks. Kyler's floating around there, Ryan. Are you gonna return your Kyler love?
I feel like when you're drafting this early, you just got to take some shit quarterbacks.
Oh boy, what do I want to do here? I like these young guys that have sort of busted out last year. Jordan Addison had some massive games.
Yeah, Addison. He's he definitely has that year 2 gonna bump up even higher. Although I guess the counter would be, is JJ McCarthy? How's that offense gonna look with the rookie? I still think it's gonna be good, but
Yeah, that's what scares me. Like, can you imagine
at
getting
least
Jameis Winston in a situation like that?
Oh man,
Jameis Winston lobbing passes to Jefferson, and oh my God, that. I don't know why Jameis Winston doesn't get a good job somewhere.
Why do people hate him?
I just don't. He's like the most lovable guy. Like, look at him on Fox for all the Super Bowl coverage.
He just has
like,
fun.
He crushed.
Yes, he's so good.
I just saw Addison goes, Adunze, Jaden Daniels just goes end of the 4th round. I'm gonna be surprised if his ADP doesn't go up higher because he was running the ball, he was throwing all over the place. Like I don't know.
After Josh, after Allen, Lamar, and Jalen, that seems right.
Yeah, I guess I could see. He just strikes me as a guy the fantasy community is gonna talk themselves into. I assure you, the Commanders are going to get a shit ton of hype going into next season.
Yeah, how can you take him above those 3 guys?
Yeah, no, that's and
2
maybe
MVP candidates and a guy who just won the Super Bowl
MVP, which is more important than regular season MVP.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, 100%.
So if you win 2 of them, would that
be
because we super impressive?
We give MVP out to people who don't fucking
depends.
Matter, so.
Depends how your regular season record was. Kittle, Olave, Cortland Sutton.
I gotta say, as a Patriots fan, I hate Eli more than anybody. He should have got in, Kramer. You're absolutely right.
He's gonna get in.
He will.
Yeah, but he should have been first. Come on, 2 Super Bowls. They took down the undefeated Patriots, greatest team ever. And he did it twice against Tom Brady.
2024 Eagles are the greatest team ever.
And Mahomes settled the GOAT debate this past weekend for us. Tom Brady never got blown out twice in a Super Bowl.
All the Pats fans are loving this.
It was just beautiful. God, what a good weekend it was.
Just coming out of the woodwork.
So I took Sam Laporta because I already got Jamison Williams. Loading up on some of these Lions pass catchers. They just play. Now I know obviously their defense is going to be healthy, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're still in a bunch of over games, a bunch of shootouts. Like I don't think that their offensive line is awesome. Even if Goff is traded to the Rams or whatever happens, I still am optimistic about their offense. Montgomery goes, Kittle, Pickens, Olave, Sutton, Judy. I don't know about Olave, man. I mean, I like him as a talent, but
take him.
Alvin Kamara. I can't take any Saints guys.
Could the Saints end up with a different quarterback too?
I know that was part of the hang up, I think, of Kellen Moore and the job. Like, I don't think he wants Carr. I think he wants to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
So what do you do with Carr?
Yeah, I think you could see that Carr be one of these quarterbacks that's on the move. We could have a lot of quarterbacks on the move this next season that seemingly have homes currently.
It does seem that way. I haven't really, I was just starting to get into my contract study of the offseason. But it just seems like a lot of teams are in position to move off contracts.
Yeah, I just took Jalen McMillan. You want to talk about a year 2 guy with like a massive breakout potential? I think McMillan definitely has.
He's in there. He was going to go right next to Mike Evans.
He's got.
Come on, dude. If we're gonna do the core, if we're gonna collude, we're gonna fucking collude. By the way, it's hilarious to see Jonnu Smith and Travis Kelce right next to each other in ADP. After my bold prediction that Jonnu Smith would have a great season last year, I think he was a top 3 tight end, something absurd. He
did do pretty well.
He did do pretty well.
And would you be willing to draft Kelce? I mean, he hasn't even announced he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back.
He looked really sad after that game, which is really funny.
I'm sure you've seen the clip of him just like on the one long play where he just like starts to run and then he just like stops and stands there and throws his hands up and watches the play. And you're just like, wow, he was very defeated.
Well, I think he saw the flag, but like you still got to play it.
But you still play the play. Yeah. It was classic. Like, fuck this. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's why it's hard to win the 3-peat. It's hard to keep that eye of the tiger the entire time. And Bo Nix is coming up here on the ADP. I think I don't know if I like Bo Nix from a fantasy point of view this year.
He'll run. I think he'll be sneaky rushing yards. I think he'll get a couple.
I mean, and he'll get a couple touchdowns, but I don't know. I think he'll be good, but I don't know if he's.
I think if they could bring in, like, if they can draft Gene T and add him to that team and have like a super explosive guy like that, I think that could really help Nix because it could open him up, obviously, with Gene T's rushing game. But then Gene T is going to catch passes and move with the ball that way too. They're like if I could pick, like, as a dynasty nerd, if I could pick where Gene T was going, it would 100% be Denver.
He'd be good in that offense. I have a feeling I'll like Denver as a team, but I don't know if his fantasy, like, he was awesome in best ball last year because he was drafted so incredibly late. Like, you could get him last round and no one expected anything of him. There were only a few of us believers, but now the believer bandwagon's gotten big. I don't know if it's as strong as it used to be. I'll take Jawan Jennings. I mean, Deebo asked out, like, and Christian McCaffrey, still a bunch of questions on his health coming into the season. In that Kyle Shanahan offense in the regular season, I think he could have a decent role. And Ricky Pearsall just goes right after him. Also a guy that, has a pretty big upside. Kramer taking Patty Mahomes.
He's gonna be pretty angry.
Yeah.
I took Rashee Rice earlier as well, so thought
he's gonna be. Isn't he gonna be suspended for the first 6 games or something? You think? Those suspensions always seem to come like 2 years later when everybody's like, "Oh shit, Alvin Kamara is gonna miss half the season suddenly."
Or maybe he won't miss any time. I actually have not. All I remember of that case is that it has been, the NFL had made it clear they weren't going to do anything until whatever criminal case has to play it out. So has that happened?
I have no idea where that's at.
Oh, someone just took Baker.
He was in my
blew up my Baker Jalen McMillan stack.
I'm gonna look this up. Let's look up the Rashee Rice.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard anything on that in a while, but I also haven't really paid that much attention. So it seems like we always get like, oh, this guy's gonna be suspended, and then his draft stock falls, and then he doesn't get suspended, and then the next season is when the suspend, because they do wait for the case to play out, but
it seems like, oh wow. Oh no, this is just Dynasty Nerds.
I'm gonna reach a bit on this pick here. Travis Hunter. I think that
the legal process is not concluded, and the NFL's not, for whatever reason, the NFL's not doing anything until. I wonder what that means. That makes me think they looked into it and it's close enough to they're not sure.
Yeah, no, I don't know,
because they've acted swiftly for some things.
Yeah. I think
it's like a catch. Was that a bad crime or was it not a bad crime? Nobody really knows where the line is. Like, we're just making it up as we go.
That is true. The NFL is the king of just like, case by case basis.
All right, where are we at? Kramer, give us an update on your team.
Mahomes, Tyrone Tracy, Pacheco, Neighbors, Evans, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Brock Bowers.
I got Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Warren, Puka Nacua, Xavier Worthy, Jamison Williams, Jalen McMillan, Jawan Jennings. Cody, what are you cooking with over there on your team?
I got Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Brian Robinson Jr., and then wide receivers, I'm at Terry McLaurin, JSN, Jordan Addison, Jalen Waddle, Jacoby Myers, and Travis Hunter.
Oh, I was going to say, have we drafted any rookies left?
Yeah,
really?
I did. Well, he's way down there. He's a wide receiver 57. So I did take him a little early, but
he might not play offense.
Yeah, he might not play offense. So it is definitely a risk, but also think of the reward you could get. I mean, he is going to be drafted one of the top few picks in the draft. I mean, he could have some blow up games for you, even if he doesn't play offense regularly. They're going to work him in on the offensive side of the ball, right? Likely wherever he goes. So,
yep.
And maybe he just does play wide receiver more than anything, and he's a hell of a player.
I just took Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, he had some nice games. What's the deal with Kenneth Walker? Is he still on the team?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Is he?
I feel like the new head coach is kind of like
He had
Charbonnet slightly better, but I don't know. This is just an early
Walker
early
take
take
healthy either. So he starts to look good, and then he gets off the field, and then they forget that he looks good. And
they can cut Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, he has.
That might be the best thing for Kenneth Walker is go somewhere else.
Yeah,
he's not very expensive, and he is under contract this year, but there's 0 guaranteed salary. I'm on the clock.
Kramer, what do you got?
Well, let me take my Michael Pittman and hope they figure that out.
Now who's throwing to Michael Pittman?
Doesn't matter.
Is Joe Flacco still around?
I'm just seeing value.
It's early. Rashad Bateman. No one's taking Kelsey. He's just sitting there all alone at the top of the queue.
You can't take him, right?
No, I'm not going to.
The next 4 tight ends behind him and ADP
I mean, right.
have all gone.
You did draft Patrick Mahomes. If anyone should take him, it would be you.
Not right now, though. Do you think he's playing?
I think he's back.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
You think he wants to end? I guess you never know. But do you want your last game to be
going out like a
that
bitch?
Shitty performance from him and losing in that fashion? I mean, not just losing the Super, like they got their ass beat in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but it also could just be like you thought you had more than you didn't have anything. All right, this is just for fun. Cam Scattaboo, baby.
Oh, God damn it, Kramer. Oh, he was in my fucking queue.
Let's go.
You know he's a Vrabel. Vrabel would love getting his hands on Cam Scattaboo.
Oh, my God. Scattaboo in New England would be so beautiful.
This team's going to be hilarious to check in on.
Cooper Kupp and Scattaboo jerseys in Foxborough at a tailgate.
Oh, my God. Scattaboo.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Dude, Scattaboo was like so disrespected in the draft community, in the rookie dynasty community. I don't get it.
I haven't looked at the running back rankings yet. I'm gonna pull them up right now.
But there's been, I mean, even in this draft, there's been a handful, 5 or 6 other rookies that have been drafted before.
All right,
you took him.
Ashton Jeanty. Then we got the North Carolina back, Omarion Hampton, Iowa running back Caleb Johnson. He's a beast. Definitely seen him do some stuff. Ohio State, Trevion Henderson, Tennessee, Dylan Sampson, Ohio State, Quinshawn Junkins, for him to be the 6th guy, he feels like he's going to be really good.
I like Judkins a lot.
I would circle that one right there. Kansas's Devin Neal.
Oh, motherfucker. Drake May goes 2 picks before me.
Oh,
God
wow.
Damn.
Cam Scattaboo. I need to go to a site that has draft. Cam Scattaboo ranked 8th for running backs in this class. So let's see what our buddy Walter Football has to say.
All right. I can't let this sit here anymore. I'm going to take Kelsey.
Oh wow. Cody
in the 10th round, you got to roll the dice. What if he does come back? What if he's got one more in him? He's going to have some big games like any Chief does.
Walter Football does not like him. He has him 13th. He thinks he'll go between rounds 3 and 5. It's a loaded running back class from what everyone's
that's the problem for some of these guys is it is a massively loaded running back class. Very weak at wide receiver, but very deep at running back.
Look at this. It's getting pretty raw down here.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Dylan Sampson being this. I want to know why he's so low in the rookie running backs.
Someone took Tank Bigsby. I like him, especially in that I don't know that new offense. I think he could. I think he
Duval.
could be interesting.
The problem with that though is like you get a new offensive or a new coach that comes in, and then do they stick
Might
with
not
the
like his
guy
guy,
that's that's not his guy. Sure, the last coaching staff used him. That scares me a bit.
I just took CJ Stroud in the 11th round, and I the round before I took Stephon Diggs. Like getting with the new offensive coordinator, they got rid of Bobby Slowick. I think that's a signal that they want something more aggressive in the passing game. It's pretty interesting getting him this late.
I mean, how many more receivers should I still can take?
How many rounds is this? Is it 20?
Second round, 18 or 20. Let me look.
Yeah, it's 20.
Second round or second year receivers. I'm taking Xavier Legette.
Yeah, add him to the list of great second.
He was in my queue.
He's pretty low. I mean, again, like if you just come in with a model of give me second year receivers, so even second year established running backs.
Yeah. Well, and look at all the
receivers. They
rookie,
take a jump.
Yeah, look at all the rookie wide receivers that just went ahead of them. But there is something to be said about second year wide receivers. Like, sure, you're going to have rookies that hit it at times, but second year wide receivers that showed something in the first year seem to hit at a much higher rate than stabbing at rookies.
Well, it's just the jump too. Like you at least can see a little of that performance.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey in the chat. Seems like a big NASCAR Gambling Podcast guy. Said he just realized the N in SGPN was for network and not NASCAR. So he thought you were on the sports.
It's
gambling.
for both.
Yeah. Well,
sports gambling podcast and NASCAR. Hey, sure.
Why not toss it in there?
But yeah, hey, go check out the NASCAR Gambling Podcast.
100%. Daytona 500.
Mega Daytona 500 pick show over there. We're gonna be making some money this weekend.
Yeah, I pinned the link.
Oh,
in
awesome.
the chat.
Oh,
if you're looking,
Kramer.
Trey Benson, Ryan. Maybe this is the year James Conner finally moves on.
Same kind of principle, right? Second year running back who could walk into a pretty heavy workload. You see what that team wants to do. Certainly involves running the rock or utilizing the running back.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, someone just took Dallas Goedert. Best ball's about some.
I'm gonna
cutting it loose. Give me Michael Penix.
I was gonna say I feel like he is
a massive upside case.
Like relative to where Herbert, Dak, Trevor Lawrence, and CJ Stroud are going, it seems like he could easily be them or better.
Yeah,
like he has a similar ceiling to me. Michael Penix, Jordan Love, to me, similar projection for next year. Like I think they're going to have some statistically nice games, and I think they're going to have some games where not so good. I would say Penix higher floor than Jordan Love.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're just
riding
the that's
mean?
crazy. Well, Michael Penix
Jordan Love.
Michael Penix has barely played.
Yeah.
The unknown.
Love his floor.
The floor could be super
Jordan
low.
Love's floor is like that. You've seen that scene in Inception where he just keeps going down.
Jordan Love got to the playoffs.
I mean, his team carried him to the playoffs. That same team was able to win with Malik Willis, who we know
that is true.
Suck balls.
Jordan Love's final stats: 9-6, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Didn't know you were a simp.
No, I'm just I like Michael Penix. I think there's an upside case, but to say Jordan Love's floor is lower than Michael Penix, I don't know that.
Okay, I do.
All right. Now, what are you basing that off of? Your love of Michael Penix, or just your hate?
My knowledge of ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Does Ryan have a countdown clock in the studio yet for how many days until he can bet Jordan Love anytime interception again?
Oh,
well, I'm gonna rage bet a lot of anti-Jordan Love things just because I had to pay someone $500 because I made a stupid bet this year.
So you're steam chasing.
I'm just gonna be on tilt betting against Jordan Love next year. Also, I'm right. He's not that good. He's one of the more overrated. He somehow is like more overrated than Trevor Lawrence. Shedeur Sanders, who was in my queue, gonna stack him with Brock Bowers. He got taken.
I don't know. Shedeur?
It's coming out now. He's a second round guy, second round quarterback.
And like, even if he is a good quarterback, I don't think he's a good fantasy quarterback.
Great pick, Sean.
Ollie Gordon.
Great pick.
He could. I mean, I don't know. It's a rookie running back. Some of those guys pop. I'll roll the dice here. And what round are we in? 12th or 13th?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on C.J. Stroud, Michael Penix, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet, Ollie Gordon II, Puka, Xavier Worthy, Jamison Williams, Jalen McMillan, Jawan Jennings, Stephon Diggs.
Nice.
Thank you.
Did I not see that Mr. James Dalvin Cook talking about how he needs a new contract? We'll take.
I saw he wants a massive number
again
to the Buffalo Bills falling apart talk from earlier.
Yeah, we'll take Ray Davis.
Imploding from within, which is a beautiful sight.
Rachaad White. What do we feel about Rachaad White?
That's tough.
Yeah.
This late though, I mean, he was in my queue. I was definitely going to consider taking him if he got back to me, because he's old news, but yet they still. I mean, he was very productive, and Bucky Irving, yes, was good. Again, you're getting a new offensive coordinator over there, right? So is it his guy? The head coaching thing's still the same, but I don't know.
Hey, have you guys signed up? MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Get the 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 over on MyBookie.ag. Cody, any more bonus NASCAR bets for MyBookie.ag?
Oh, I have a lot of bets, Rod.
Give it,
or not Rod, Sean.
Sorry,
I'm so used to talking to Rod.
It's like when you call your wife the girl at the office's name by accident.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Toss us another one, Cody.
Let's see. Let's go with Cody Ware, top 10 plus 550.
Okay.
Cody Ware on a week-to-week basis in NASCAR, not a good driver. The name would suggest otherwise. Cody, obviously, great name, not a great driver. But Daytona super speedway style of racing it's so completely different, and it really does give everyone a chance to do well. And he's found a really good, like, this is his type of track, and Daytona specifically, he's really good at, and he's got the third best average finish of any driver on this track over in this new era of car, which they've been driving for 3 seasons now. So yeah, I like him a plus 550. Just finished inside the top 10, so it's not even, doesn't have to be crazy, doesn't have to win or anything like that. Just survive to the end and be there for a decent finish.
Get over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. Cody taking Zach Ertz. That guy, he's like
electric.
He just won't go away. He won't die. I thought Zach Ertz in the Super Bowl, that was going to be like his last towards the end of meaningful football for him. But man, he had 11 catches in the conference championship game. It's insane. God bless Zach Ertz. I love that dude.
He's a beast.
So what's the roster construction we're looking for here?
Well,
Sean?
It's 20. I'm probably going to go 3 quarterbacks just because it's
3, 5, 8, 3. Is that right?
Sounds about right.
No, we have one more. 3, 6, 8.
3, 6, 8, 3.
Yes. Oh, Braylon Allen, great pick. He was in my queue. I mean, they clearly liked him more than Breece Hall, right?
Yes. Again, new coaching staff there, unfortunately, for that situation. But Breece Hall, I don't know. I've always been a Breece Hall hater, so maybe I just have like the glasses that are colored against him. But has he ever done anything that's really been that good? Everybody's all about him every year in fantasy, and I just like he's never really done anything that great.
Stafford went. What the fuck?
I just drafted Matt Stafford to
go. You took him?
Yeah,
he's gonna be on the Giants.
No,
you idiot. I'm stacking them with Tyrone Tracy and Malik Neighbors over here.
I got
what the fuck are you doing?
I got Matt Stafford. I got Puka Nacua and Jordan Whittington. You want to talk about second year receivers who are going to make a breakout?
This is unreal.
Jordan Whittington, he's the reason they feel comfortable moving on from Cooper Kupp is because of Jordan Whittington. Great pick by me.
Unreal.
Great pick by me.
Cody knows it's true.
Unreal.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, especially if Cooper does get traded, Cooper Kupp, then yeah, he ideally is kind of that next man up.
Well, there goes my plan at quarterback.
Oh, poor Ryan didn't get his guy. Everyone feel bad for Ryan.
Does so I was just scrolling through the queue here and thinking back to the quarterback thing. Does Kirk Cousins end up somewhere? Is he a New York Jet?
Oh man,
that seems like a New York Jets type of move.
They can't do that to their fan base.
No, they can't do that.
I mean, have you seen what they do to their fan base consistently year after year? Would you say there's anything they can't do to their fan base?
It's true.
I think if you're the Jets, you just got to draft a quarterback and try and convince people he's the guy.
Do we think Russell Wilson's getting another starting job? He's going to Vegas.
He's going to Vegas. Yeah,
maybe. It's certainly not a lock. I wouldn't. I would definitely have 3 quarterbacks if Russell Wilson's one of them.
All right, let's see. You know what?
Not a fantasy juggernaut either.
This is another guy who I think will get
Roshan.
New coach is coming from a system where they literally deployed a Roshan Johnson type back in David Montgomery, along with a electric back like Swift. So maybe they decide to go to more 2 running back system. Let's see. I got
taking Roshan.
So now I just need to take. I don't think I take a 3rd quarterback now with Mahomes. It's only 2 quarterbacks, so maybe I take an extra receiver. Definitely 3 tight ends. That's the number one thing we learned about best ball. Got to have 3 tight ends.
I just got Dalton Schultz to pair with CJ Stroud here. This is like 16th round
going on in my tight end room. Kelsey and Ertz. Boy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you might need 4. Might need 4.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sean. I mean, I feel like that's the only thing I've learned from playing a lot of best ball. You definitely want to take 3 tight ends because every year it's like, think about this year. Let's pull up the top tight ends from last year.
Sure.
It just proves like normal. It's just no one knows shit. All right, top tight end. We're gonna do full point PPR. Actually, half point since we're on underdog. Half point PPR.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, he might have been the number 1.
It's giving me 2013. Why the fuck would you give
2013?
2013.
Well,
what kind of nonsense
was Travis Kelce on that list?
Hold on, this is ridiculous. I got catfished here on Google.
Catfished. What do you think about having Kelce? Should I consider taking Noah Gray as well?
No.
And then just having whichever tight end it is, or no?
I think that's probably not like it's probably an okay. It's just probably limits you too much.
Yeah, I think you could be right there.
I think anytime you're like pairing running backs too, you're probably limiting yourself.
Yep, I don't disagree. Okay,
All right,
I love this
Cody
guy.
back on the clock. What are you doing, Cody?
Kendre Miller. I've been so in on Kendre Miller. He's finally out of the doghouse. They got rid of that stupid fucking coach, bringing in a coach that knows what he's doing. Get my boy Kendre Miller some touches. He's got all the pieces. He just needs to be used. So I'm betting on this coaching staff.
Top tight ends last year. This is full point PPR. Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Jonnu Smith, Zach Ertz, Mark Andrews, Sam Laporta, Pat Fryermuth, Tucker Kraft. No one knows shit. Drafted Isaiah Likely outside. mean, just draft whoever the fuck you want to draft. Dallas got it right there with only 10. But you need 3 because they're fickle bitches. All right, you know what? I already got one guy from this off. I'll take a second Carolina Panther. The young Jatavian Sanders. Come on down.
Oh, Carolina also a team that's going to be getting a ton of hype. The way they finish strong, the way the nerds love them. Bryce Young finally figured it out.
Yeah,
I think they'll be getting some steam.
Yeah. Or they could just have shit defense again, and actually have figured something out on offense. I don't.
No,
I mean, like the offense could put up. They could be great on fantasy because they're constantly playing from behind and having to be in these shootouts.
Yeah,
because their defense sucks again. And then I'm going to go double tight end because the Noah Gray idea is a great idea, especially if you have Mahomes.
Oh, is that why you didn't think I should take him? Right.
Yep. It's called collusion, Cody. They don't actually look into these drafts.
That's what that pre-show meeting was about.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna stupidly draft
DeAndre Hopkins goes.
What team will he be on?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's an interesting.
Let's look at his contract
because
situation.
does he? Maybe he'll reunite with Mr.
He could also
Vrabel.
randomly retire.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so
reunites with Vrabel in New England, and yeah,
he's a free agent.
I just took Ty Johnson.
What team will he be on?
It's a great question, but a dude runs hard.
Let's see.
Bills liked him. Maybe the Bills get rid of James Cook and move on.
Well, they have Ray Davis for that. That's why I drafted.
No, but I mean,
but
Tyus. They also like Tyus Jones. So
he's a so Ty Johnson also a free agent.
Ty Johnson, yeah, not Tyus. The guy was productive. He will find a spot.
Yep.
Kareem Hunt goes to Cody.
I think
the optimism, Kareem.
He's got to be a free agent now too, right?
Let's see. I really need to do my studying, but I'll look it up.
Same. But I feel like he's played good enough. He's not that old. I mean, he's getting up there for running back years, but he's not that old. And what he showed he could do down the stretch for KC,
I don't think anyone's signing him. That's the problem.
Somebody will roll the dice. I think, right? Maybe.
I think the problem is the only team that would sign him is the Chiefs.
He could, and that might not be the worst thing ever, but he could also be a sitting on his couch guy and then steps in like he did this year.
Yeah.
For an injury, and that worked out well if you would have had him this year.
Someone just took Marshawn Lloyd, snatched him.
Is Flacco back with the Colts? I mean, shouldn't they have a contingency plan?
They probably should.
I don't see any notes on their plans for quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hope that.
Well, I think you got to commit another full season to Richardson, and
do you
hope that I think you do.
This is funny because talking to Ryan all the time, Cody, like anytime you have a question about a quarterback, Ryan just bullies the conversation into how the Giants might be able to get that guy. He's just like, I'm like, well, yeah, obviously.
You want Anthony Richardson on the Giants?
I go, well, they'll run it back with Anthony Richardson. You don't think they'll trade him? You don't think you get rid of him? Get what you can for him now. I'm like, well, no, they invested all. And then I realized, oh wait, he's just saying this because he wants the Giants to trade for him.
I mean,
it's 100% true.
I'm a big Richardson guy. I drafted him in this. I got him in like the 10th round, which he's that late. That's where you take shots on guys like this because sure, he could come out and just be shitty like he kind of has been, but you've also seen the upside that he potentially has. And if he hits and you have him that late, that could be, what's a game changer for you.
Give me Keaton Mitchell. He's one of those running backs that they seemingly liked in Baltimore that could pop this year.
Oh, okay. I'm about to take my backup quarterback.
Oh, electric.
Stack with Brock Bowers, Mr. Russell Wilson.
Is Christian Watson out all next season, or why is he still down here on the board?
People hate him.
I know.
Yeah,
well, I get that.
His quarterback's trash.
Man, I know he had a pretty bad injury, but it was season finale too. Yeah, 9 to 12 months. Expected to miss the majority of the 2025 season.
That's probably why.
Yeah, that's probably why.
What a pussy that guy turned out to be.
Yeah, I forgot how banged up Packers ended up being.
I mean, no wonder why Aaron Rodgers is so crazy. That was the best team they gave him all those years. So I'm back.
Does Devonta Adams just go to whatever team Aaron Rodgers is on with Allen
Yeah.
Lazard and all his other people that he just picks everywhere
I think
he goes?
the ability to bring whoever you want and write your own ticket has left the building. I think.
Does that mean he just doesn't play then? Because I don't see him like settling first. Like if he's gonna show up, it's gonna be done his way, isn't it?
I think, yeah, and I think that's where the impasse is gonna be, because I don't think he still views himself as an elite quarterback that can write his own ticket. I don't know if he's gonna. You think he would want to go somewhere and compete for a starting job? He thinks he's above that. Do you think he wants to go to the Steelers and deal with Tomlin? I don't.
He has to walk in as the starter. That's why I wonder, like, would a Cleveland be a good spot for him, where he goes in and like?
Oh, that'd be excellent.
That'd be.
I think that'd be hilarious. But
Sean,
I think it could be a decent spot too.
I drafted another rookie.
Tugboat, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, your school sends players to the NFL?
Oh, look at this guy.
Every once in a while.
Look at this guy throwing corn at me in my direction.
Oh, DeMarcus Robinson just snaked.
No, that's what you get. That's what you get. I'm glad. Good luck, because you know what? You're Whittington stacked with Stafford. You're gonna end up with a New York Giant quarterback. Hope you feel good about it, Sean. Hope you feel good about it.
I feel pretty good.
Also, yes, the Virginia Tech from time to time does put out players into the National Football League.
All right, my final draft or final roster here: C.J. Stroud, Michael Penix, Matthew Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet, Ollie Gordon II, Ty Johnson, Keaton Mitchell, Puka Nacua, Xavier Worthy, Jamison Williams, Jalen McMillan, Jawan Jennings, Stephon Diggs, Jordan Whittington, Ray McLeod, and the tight end room of Sam Laporta, Dalton Schultz, and Tyler Higbee. Kramer, what do you got?
First, I'd like to give a shout out to Underdog for allowing us to sort by projected points and ADP.
Okay.
That's a great new user experience. I have Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Tyrone Tracy, Isaiah Pacheco, Cam Scattaboo, Trey Benson, Ray Davis, Roshan Johnson, and Tugboat Tootin, Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans, Rashi Rice, George Pickens, Michael Pittman Jr., Xavier Legette, Michael Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, Brock Bowers, Jatavian Sanders, and Noah Gray.
Just had to get a little more Noah Gray from the Super Bowl, Ryan. Didn't get enough there.
Just a touch.
Touch of Gray. Cody, what do you got?
Yeah, I got Dak Prescott, Anthony Richardson, Geno Smith.
That was a disgusting act.
Anthony Richardson, Geno Smith, Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Brian Robinson Jr., Braylon Allen, Kendre Miller, Kareem Hunt, wide receivers Terry McLaurin, JSN, Addison, Waddle, Jacoby Myers, Travis Hunter, Jalen Coker, and Calvin Austin. And then for tight ends, I ended up with Kelsey, Ertz, and Gesicki, which could be problematic for me.
I'm looking on mobile and I see that the Red Shields dominated us in the projection game.
Oh, that's all they do.
Fortunately for us, Sean, they play. You got to play the games.
Got to play the game.
That's
good to be an underdog sometimes, isn't it, Sean?
Oh yeah. Hungry dogs run faster.
Where's my shield?
Underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Get your own shield. Get your own deposit bonus.
Probably lost in the mail with my fucking cactus / succulent. From when
you still haven't got that?
I even filled out a fucking form stating that because it was one of these things where I max entered 150 entries. We're out in Vegas and they decide to run their, draft validation where they find collusion and they delete one of the drafts after the thing had filled up. So it's like, well, what am I supposed to do here? And they said, no worries. We're going to treat you like you max entered. I'm like, oh, that's upstanding of you, Underdog. and then nothing happened. And then there was a form put out on the internet, and I filled out the form, and I still haven't seen my fucking plant.
Do you think there ever was succulents, or they just said that thinking nobody would care?
I saw some people that definitely wouldn't brag about having a succulent, post pictures of them. So I believe that they existed. This isn't a they existed. 100%. These are not figments of my imagination.
No, I've seen people posting them. And,
Sean's seen the fucking succulents too.
Yep, Kramer missed out.
It's all right.
Hey,
it's all right.
Appreciate everyone tuning in. Daytona 500. Make sure you check out Cody and Rod over on the NASCAR Gambling Podcast.
By the way,
that subscribe button.
Compliment Rod on his 4K quality. I felt like I was in the room with Rod. It's very crystal clear.
Great video quality.
I was checking it out on over on X earlier today.
Rod's a pro's pro. So
pros
no
pro.
doubt about
Great definition of Rod. And of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona. Get in there. $100 gift card, $100 cold hard cash, and some bonus prizes. And follow Cody on X at Husker_Zeeb. Thanks for hopping on, Cody. And of course,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, Stacking the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Vroom, vroom.
Kramer, let it ride.